Good morning. Welcome to day 125, Friday, August 9th, 2024. We're just getting started. It's about 6 o'clock. Cooled down last night. It's about 55 right now, so it'll warm up. We're going to be going through a pretty exposed burn zone on our way to Crater Lake National Park, about 15 miles away. So there were at least a couple people camped at that established site south of me. 2 headlamps went by as I was breaking down camp. Had a deer come by, but didn't stick around, so that was fine. Got a good night's sleep. Probably won't get a good night's sleep tonight, but that's okay. Let's get to the national park. Let's go. All right, it's about 9 o'clock. Taking our first real break here. Not ideal because there's no shade. However, there was a little bit of Verizon service. So the thing I've been thinking about this whole walk is, what am I going to do if my UPS resupply doesn't get here in time? Because today's Friday, and then it might not show up till Monday. Who knows? And Sarah was going to send me an inReach message, and I didn't get anything. So I was starting to think about contingency plans. But I just checked. There was a text last night, package delivered, awesome. So it's there somewhere. I just got to find it. Hopefully it's at the village store. But I guess there's also some confusion about where packages end up, but it was delivered, so I should be able to find it somehow. So I'm not going to stay here too long because we're right in the sun in this burn zone, but I did want to check cell service. So, yeah, you can see a lot of blowdowns here, a little bit of bloody scrapes, burn zone. So I think this episode will somehow incorporate blood, burn zones, and blowdowns because there's been a lot of all that. All right, we made it to the national park. Whoop, whoop. I don't remember ever seeing a no mushroom picking sign anywhere. That's different. Say hello to Union Peak. We've been seeing a lot of it. All right, it's 10:30. We just took a break in the shade on that log. We got about 5 miles to the road that'll get us to our campground area for tonight. So 2 or 3 more hours, I would imagine. All right, we made it to the road. Let's go. Trash can. All right, it's about 1:15. We just picked up our package from the Mazama Village store, and there's a PCT campground area, but I'm looking for a little more space. I think it's going to be pretty crowded there, so I was able to get a campground for tonight for $20. I think I'll go over to the restaurant, get something to eat, and then be ready to go to the campground. We're gonna hang out at the restaurant down at Mazama Village for a little bit, recharging electronics. Here's what $25 gets you at a national park restaurant. All right, so the Wi-Fi was decent enough to WhatsApp my mom. So that was cool. I tried FaceTiming Sarah, but she's got girls' night coming over, so I'll hit her up in the morning. But I want to see what campground I've got. So I didn't want to stay in the PCT campground just because it's going to be so crowded. So I splurged for my own, and we're going to go see what site we're at right now. And then I've got a chicken Caesar salad on the way. Amazing. Okay, the internet is really slow here, but and my name wasn't on the big board, which is always a concern. And a very slow internet, but after waiting for about 20-30 minutes, which is fine, just charging electronics anyway, I've got my site. So set as far as that goes. And now we'll go back and get our Caesar salad. All right, it's about 5 o'clock. We hung out, we charged, we ate, we drank. So we're going to our campsite. Do you ever get a bad feeling when someone is helping you out? You know, making your campground reservation, and you just feel like they don't really know exactly what they're doing. Well, about 3 hours ago, I went in, asked if there were any camping available, paid for a site, got a nice site, C15. I just walked over there, and it's full of people camping there. So I had to walk all the way back. Now there was a different person manning the desk who just had a lot more confidence in. And now I've got a new campsite to check out. So let's hope this one's empty. We made it. Home sweet home. Echo 28. Nice and shady. Very nice. All right, this is different. It's about 5:45. We've got camp set up. We've got the luxury of a bear bin. So even the backpack, everything pretty much is going to be in the bear bin tonight. I got a to-go sandwich, chicken breast from the village store. I'm going to try and stay up a little later tonight, so I'm not going to drink regular coffee. I'll still have decaf, but I'm going to have a Pepsi with dinner, just get a little caffeine, and then may even take a walk back to get some ice cream or something after dinner. Yeah, there's water faucets here, potable water, don't have to filter anything. So this is a map of the campground. We're in section E, E28, circled there. Really nice spot. Got some shade, trash cans, bathrooms. So it all worked out in the end. And it's right now, it's quiet. Well, hopefully it stays relatively quiet. It is a Friday night, so maybe the partiers are on their way, but that's okay. Gonna enjoy dinner, and we'll check in a bit. All right, it's a little after 6 o'clock. So we ended up doing about 16 miles today on the trail, and then some bonus miles to get here. We're camped at around 6,000, 6,100 feet, somewhere around there. So it should cool off nicely tonight. Gonna take a little stroll back to the store and get some sort of ice cream. And I forgot to look to see if they have propane butane. I don't desperately need it, but if they have a canister, I'll pick one up. So I'll be one less thing to worry about down the road. Yeah, so I think we'll probably recap it there, and we'll be back for Saturday morning. We'll have a full day here. We'll be at the lodge, very fancy accommodations tomorrow. But this camp area is really nice. And the restaurant kind of got a bad rap on Far Out, but it's actually, the food was pretty good overall. I mean, it's expensive. It's National Park service food, but it was fine. It was good. So the pizza was a little small, but other than that, not bad. Oh, and in my resupply box, I also did get some needle and thread from Sarah. So I did repair my cargo shorts. Let's see how long that repair holds up. I'll put it to the test for this next section. Just past a couple. They're thru-hikers. I definitely have run into them off and on. They obviously had the same idea as me. They were going down the E loop. So yeah, I bet a lot of people, especially if there's availability, it's so much nicer than being everyone on top of each other. I was kind of dreading tonight a bit, getting flashbacks to Kennedy Meadows South and that debacle. But this is so much nicer. And of course, there's a lot of talk, and there are a lot of thru-hikers in the restaurant charging devices and just chatting. But I guess another big fire in Washington. It's grown substantially near the border with Oregon, so that sucks. But hopefully it doesn't get into residential areas. But looks like there's going to be another closure getting announced soon. They're making it tough. They're making it tough this year for a continuous footpath, but there's no point worrying about Washington State until I get there. Maybe things will be different by the time I get there. But yeah, that's always in the back of your head too. All right, so I was able to pick up a fuel canister. That's great. Waiting in line for a bit, training a new person. And then I saw the trainer put a Post-it on the Clover touchscreen, no tap. I only brought my phone with Apple Pay. So I said, no tap. It was down because their internet is so slow. But as I was putting my ice cream back so it wouldn't melt, she said, oh, well, the person in front of you is going to try, and then we can try you too. So then there was something else that went wrong with the computer. Wait another 10 minutes, but I finally got my ice cream. So go back to camp, make some coffee, and I'll probably have this ice cream while I'm walking back so it doesn't melt. All right, so it's 6:30. I'm gonna wrap it up. Tomorrow morning, whenever I get up, I'm gonna have to do some hiking. It's very tempting because there's a shuttle that leaves at 9, 10, and 11 right from the store I was at and drives you right up to where the lodge is. But then we would not have a continuous footpath, would we? So I will take my heavy pack, load it with resupply, and get back on connecting trail. I think it's Annie Springs Trail to get back to the PCT. I think it's like 4 or 5 miles. It's not a lot. We'll be hiking for a few hours. We'll get up there. Hopefully we'll get there in time for breakfast. There's also like a cafe. There's the actual lodge that has like a fancier restaurant. And then there's a cafe, kind of like I think the cafe here. But either way, there should be places to hang out, recharge, just keep charging, do Wi-Fi until I can check in. So that's the plan for tomorrow. See you then.